All right, welcome back. Bottom of the first inning, scoreless. Here's Virginia's lineup. They're the home team. Hailing from Halifax, Cam Brooks is the pitcher. He is batting first. Wes Shotwell in center field is going to hit second. Catcher Graham Hall hitting third. Batting fourth is Jacob Allen. Hitting in the number 5 spot, Macon Elliott. Third baseman J.J. Nelson batting sixth. Second baseman Cam Saunders will bat seventh. It'll be Christian Whitehead, the first baseman, hitting eighth. Nathan Hill ninth. Left fielder James Horn will bat 10th. And right fielder Connor Long will bat in the number 11 spot. Arkansas's defense has Fletcher Gass at first, Tate Venable at second, Memphis Flo at short, Tate Sperling in third base. Nolan Riggins is in left, Drake Taylor's in right, Caleb LeMay is in center, and Lincoln Nelson's behind the plate. And he'll be catching Collier Guess, who's getting the start for the state champions out of Magnolia, Arkansas. Pitch inside, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. We are expecting a touch cooler day today. I think 94 is going to be the high. We were almost 100 on Friday, about 96 yesterday, and should be around 94 today. I believe we're still doing the hydration break every 2 innings, however. Make sure that everybody stays safe and fully hydrated as they sit out there in these very warm conditions. A little bit of wind, actually looks like it's blowing out toward the left. Cam Brooks takes a look at a 3-0 pitch, and now it's 3-1. Pitch on 3-1, fouled back. 3 balls and 2 strikes. No call for rain, unlike a week ago where we got inundated with rain the first couple of days. This one fouled off the catcher and the home plate umpire. Each got a little piece of that one. We'll do 3-2 again. See, the umpires are stylish today. Their light pink attire. Yesterday, red. This one hit in the air to left. Left fielder going back. It's over his head. That's Nolan Riggins. Can't catch up to it, and Brooks will cruise into second base with a leadoff double for Virginia. Well, he didn't get all of it, but he got enough.
21, West Shotwell.
Brooks was actually intentionally walked in the 6th inning of a game with Florida that Florida ended up winning. They were afraid of seeing him and put him on base. It actually was the right move. Virginia was unable to score, and about an inning they were on the precipice of taking a lead in that game, and made a decision on a long fly ball to hold up runners. Cost them from scoring the tying and maybe go-ahead runs. Here's Wes Shotwell coming in now. First pitch to Shotwell wide for ball 1. He's in center field today. Number 3 hitter Graham Hall waits on deck, trying to get Brooks, and that ball goes into center field. And quickly to back that up, Caleb LeMay, wearing the Ken Griffey Jr. number back there in center field. Brooks taking off for third base. That ball's going to go into left field, and they held up Brooks instead of letting him try to go around and score, and he stops at third. That throw from Nelson sailed into left field. Now it's 2 balls and no strikes to Shotwell. That pitch misses wide, and it's 3-0. Shotwell against Florida. He's 2 for 3 yesterday. And that's ball 4. All of them really not close, and Shotwell goes down to first base. And And now it's Graham Hall's turn.
Graham Hall.
And already Arkansas is taking their first time out. Coach Ross coming out to talk to his infield. He's got certainly runners at first and third. You want to know where you're going with the ball. But he's also talking a little bit to his pitcher, Caleb Guess, about can't miss that badly. Got to get pitches closer. Graham Hall coming up now. Hall behind the plate for Virginia. Yesterday, he was 1 for 2, had a walk and a single in that all-important last inning for Virginia. All right, we're back at it. And they'll step off, looking to throw toward third. And while they're doing that, Shotwell swipes second base. So the plan was they thought maybe Brooks would take off and try to score, but Virginia really played that conservatively at third, more aggressively at second. Pitch inside for a ball. So runners are at second and third now with nobody out. Number 3 hitter Graham Hall up. Tapper foul first base side. There's 1 ball, 1 strike. Jacob Allen, the on-deck hitter for Virginia. So we had 3 sets of games. I mentioned the losers bracket side and the winners bracket side. Georgia, South Carolina, Alabama, Florida, and Mississippi, North Carolina. That pitch gets away. Brooks is going to come in to score to make it 1-0. Well, Virginia gets the early lead. They score on a wild pitch. Wes Shotwell over to third base. Count 2 balls and 1 strike now to Hall. That's high ball 3. And down low ball 4. So a double and 2 walks.
Now batting Jacob.
It's a 1-0 lead for Arkansas, and that may be all she wrote. Second trip coming to the mound. Coach Ross is going to have to make a pitching change. Colliers is having a hard time finding the strike zone right now, so they're going to make a change. We'll take a break. We'll come back with a new pitcher on the mound for Arkansas when we return.
Yes, sir.
All right, pitching change for Arkansas as Collier Guess lasted 3 batters, gave up 1 hit, 2 walks. He's got 1 run in the books, but the other 2 are his. Changes are going to be this now. Guess is going to go to shortstop. Memphis Flo is going to move from shortstop to third, and coming to the mound is the starting third baseman, Tate Sperling. So we got a 3-way change, if you will, and the new pitcher is going to face the number 4 hitter in the Virginia lineup, Jacob Allen, who's coming up. You can see the importance of the elimination game. You can't have much margin of error. And Arkansas's coach quickly decided we've got to make a change, and we're going to have to see if we can't keep this as close as possible. Cam Brooks is going to come back in and run for Graham Hall at first base. Since Hall's the catcher, they'll let him get the gear on. And a little conversation about can the pitcher come in and run. It's supposed to be the last person that's gotten on base or made the last out. And Brooks scored the first run of the game. Shotwell was the second batter. He's already on base. Nobody else has batted in advance. So the umpires all talking this over to make sure we've got the right procedure and the right guy hitting. And the right guy running, rather. That's a Jacob Allen with a bat. He'll get ready to step in as soon as Tate Sperling finishes his warm-ups. Allen against Florida went 1 for 3. All right, everybody's ready. We're back at it. Still in the bottom of the first inning. It's 1-0 Virginia. Nobody out. Runners at first and third. And the second pitcher of the afternoon, Tate Sperling's going to try to hold the line where it is right now. Throw over to to third base. Umpiring crew, Mark Davis is behind home plate. Jerry Kelly's over at first. Tim Metzger's at third. And the pitch wide, and off goes Brooks as he moves on into second base. So Virginia again with runners at second and third. Sperling's pitch. That one's called strike. Well, Jacob Allen started to pull the trigger and just thought it was a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swung on. This is lifted to right. Right fielder settles under it. That's Drake Taylor for the out. And Virginia does not tag up the runners. They'll hold their positions at second and third.
Now batting Mason Elliott.
So Allen makes the first out of the inning for Virginia. Here's Macon Elliott now. Macon hitting from the right side. And the pitch swung on. This is hit to right field. Coming in is Taylor. Can't handle the ball. That one is going to be a base hit. As 1 run scores, and it's a 2-0 lead. We'll reframe that and say error on the right fielder. Ball in his glove. So it's a 2-0 lead as Shotwell comes in to score. Brooks goes down to third. And Elliott's now at first base. So back-to-back fly balls into right. And here's J.J. Nelson up. Nelson very impressive with the glove yesterday in the game against Florida. Off goes the runner from first. Pitch a little high and inside for ball 1. Virginia does not like having guys on first base. They're there 1 pitch and they take off. This one swung hard toward third base, gloved over there. Brooks going to come in and score as they throw the runner out going to first base. Throw coming back to third, gets away and hopping up to score and sliding in. Very dramatic late slide, Macon Elliott to make it a 4-0 lead. So Memphis slow with the good pickup and throw over. Fletcher Gass tried to throw back to third to get Elliott, who was advancing, and his throw went awry. And that allowed Elliott to score. So 2 runs come in on the ground out. And bases are empty. Bases are empty with 2 runs in. And second baseman Cam Saunders up now. Pitch down low. 2 balls and no strikes. Saunders, the second baseman, batting in the number 7 spot. This one lifted to left. Coming on to make the catch, Nolan Riggins. And Arkansas gets out of the inning, but not before Virginia picks up 3 runs. They did that courtesy of 1 hit, couple of walks, and an error. They leave nobody on base. Top of the second coming up. Arkansas trailing by 4 when we return to the 2024 DYB World Series. All right, we welcome you back to Bossier City, the Tinsley Sports Complex, where Arkansas comes back to the plate, trailing 4-0. Virginia with a couple of defensive changes, making Elliott into the game at first base for Christian Whitehead. Nathan Hill into the game in left field for James Horn. So Arkansas's pitcher at the moment, Tate Sperling, will lead things off against Cam Brooks. He swings and misses. Brooks, 3 strikeouts in his first inning worth of work. Doubled when he got the bat in his hand and scored 2 runs with a couple of stolen bases. First ball right back up the middle, deflects off him. Not going to be able, well, maybe they are going to get there in time. Sure enough, as Jacob Allen hustled to get to that ball and threw out Tate Sperling for the first out of the inning. It looked like that ball was going to be out of the reach of Allen, but he hustled up and got it and made the throw to retire Sperling. And there's 1 away. Fletcher Gass stepping in now for Arkansas. Fastball misses wide. Ball 1. This one hit in the air. Foul. Left fielder coming over, and he'll make the grab. That's Nathan Hill, the new left fielder, for the second out of the inning. An easy couple of innings so far for Cam Brooks. He's thrown 17 pitches and gotten the first 5 outs. Drake Taylor up next. Taylor, the Arkansas right fielder. And the first pitch wide, ball 1. Of course, pitch counts matter. 40's the magic number, although I'll be honest with you, we saw a lot more coaches cross over the 40 mark yesterday than we saw in almost the entire last weekend of Division II play. This one fouled back, ball and a strike. A lot of these coaches very confident they've got plenty of pitching. So guys like Milo Straninger we saw through upwards of 50 pitches, and North Carolina had a starter that went 80 pitches. This one fouled back. Counts 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Where last week, almost every single coach, especially on the first day, was not willing to let his pitcher throw that 41st pitch, so he still had him available the next day. It was actually Alabama's pitcher that threw the 80, if I remember it. It was North Carolina. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brooks with the exhale, the delivery, and it's fouled off the home plate umpire. Yeah, North Carolina's Lucas Baker threw 80 pitches and a no-hitter for 5 1/3 innings. The count's still 1 ball, 2 strikes. This one hit to left. It's going to get down and out of reach of everybody. Just over the head of third baseman J.J. Nelson. And Arkansas's got their first hit and first base runner this game. Drake Taylor gets on. 2-out single. And Wells Jones comes up. On deck hitter for Arkansas, Nolan Riggins. Pitch from Brooks. This one hit to center field for a base hit. So back-to-back hits for Arkansas batters with 2 away, and a little rally going on for the champs for Magnolia. Nolan Riggins coming to the plate now. The first one by Taylor was just hard enough to get over the third baseman's head. The last one by Wells Jones was solid, legit to center field. Now number 8 hitter, left fielder Nolan Riggins comes up. Pitch way outside off the catcher's glove, and Arkansas runners will advance the base on the wild pitch. Cam Brooks, who struck out the side in the first, the top three in the order, facing a little two-out trouble here against Arkansas. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. This one swung on and missed. Riggins with a nice cut, though. Tate Venables, the on-deck hitter for Arkansas. One ball, one strike. That's in there for strike two. Brooks looking in. Here's the pitch. Misses low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch to Riggins. Swung on and missed. He won it one, maybe a little too high for the strike zone. 4th strikeout for Cam Brooks. And he gets out of the inning with no damage. There were no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. Bottom of the second coming up. We'll take a hydration break after it. First, we're going to take a quick timeout. It's 4-0, Virginia with the lead here at the DYB 2024 World Series. All right, bottom of the second inning, it'll be Christian Whitehead leading off for Virginia. Nathan Hill and James Horn to follow. Virginia with the 4-0 lead. They got that in the first inning courtesy of a single hit. Just a double by Cam Brooks, and then struggles with the pitching early by Arkansas to find the strike zone. So four runs come across in that inning. And now it's first baseman Christian Whitehead stepping in.
Number 22, Christian Whitehead.
Looks like Arkansas may have made a change on the field. Let's see. If I call your guess, maybe out in... I thought I saw him going out to left field. Let's see. Pitch down low for ball 1. He's still at short. So 1 ball, no strikes. Tate Sperling, the second pitcher for Arkansas. This one swung on, lifted by Whitehead to shallow center. Shortstop fighting with it and can't handle it. Sun was in his face, and you could see from the get-go he was having a little bit of trouble with it. And it's going to fall out for an error.
Now batting, Nathan Hill.
And that was guess out at shortstop. Here's Nathan Hill up now. Leadoff man has been on for Virginia for the first 2 innings now. See how fast they run Whitehead. Is Tate Sperling is thinking the same thing, and he fires over to first. Whitehead leaning, inching closer, not going on the first pitch, tying outside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. He was leaning and inching towards second base that entire setup by Sperling. Here he goes again. Swing and a miss as Hill evens up the count, a ball and a strike. James Horn on deck for Virginia. And this time, Sperling takes another throw over to first. There's an attempt to bunt. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes now as Hill couldn't make contact with that pitch. See if Whitehead takes off here. Nope, still does not. Pitch is high, 2-2. That one misses wide, full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And this one swung on up the middle. It's going to dribble through the infield, and Virginia's got runners at first and second on Nathan Hill's base hit.
Now batting 0-0,
James Horn up next, left fielder for Virginia. Virginia started double walk in the first inning. Now they've got error single to start this second inning. Here's the pitch, trying to bunt and making no contact with it. James Horn get called for strike 1. Connor Long, the number 11 batter, is in the on-deck circle for Virginia. Shows bunt again, this time foul third base side. Tough pitch to handle up and in on him. The count's now no balls and 2 strikes. Setting up behind Whitehead, and they're going to go that way, try to pick him off, but he saw it coming as Tate Venable from second base snuck over toward him. So there's nobody out in the bottom of the second, 4-0 Virginia. It's an 0-2 count to James Horn. Pitch, looping pitch. It's high for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes. They bunted with 2 strikes right back to the mound. Sperling's only play is going to be to first, and they will throw out Horn, but tell you what, nice job with the bat. 2 strikes. If you bunt foul, you're out. He keeps that one fair, moves his runners over, and sacrifices himself for the first out of the inning.
Now batting number 12,
Connor Long up now. Long, the starting right fielder, and the number 11 batter in the order. Cam Brooks waits on deck. First pitch called strike. Virginia trying to add to this 4-0 lead. One fouled out of play. No balls, 2 strikes now on Connor Long. Tate Sperling working here in the second, trying to keep this thing a 4-0 lead, and we've got a shoe issue quickly as Memphis Flo got it tied back up and ready. Over at third. Here's the pitch. That one's high. Arkansas fans thought they got that one, but it was a little high for Connor Long. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. This one not foul tapped. It's going to be a fair ball and all kinds of trouble. Everybody's safe as Whitehead comes in to score. Long gets an infield single on a ball that probably didn't go any more than about 15 feet, but he drives in a run. Nathan Hill moves over to third base, and it's a 5-0 Virginia lead. Now Brooks up with runners at first and third and 1 away. He doubled over the head of Nolan Riggins in left field his first time up, and Riggins backing up right away. And they're going to pick off, sure enough. They threw out Connor Long. They initially stepped off and threw toward third base, and Memphis Flo right away saw that Connor Long was leaving first base heading for second, and he threw him out, trying to steal second base. So there's 2 away now for Brooks. And he hits this one toward the second baseman off of his body. Brooks is going to be safe at first base and coming in to score Nathan Hill. And now it's 6-0.
Now batting West Shotwell.
Second error of the inning for Arkansas's fielders. West Shotwell up now. Shotwell had walked, stole a base, and scored in the first. Brooks taken off right away, and he's already at second base. Talking about Virginia's aggressiveness on the bases. Cost him Connor Long being on first base, and they're aggressive from first to second. They're a little more conservative at third coming home. We saw that in the last 2 days. That's called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now to West Shotwell. Graham Hall on deck. Brooks taken off. They'll throw over that way, and he'll be safe at third base. Haven't seen anybody try to steal home yet. Cam Brooks may be the guy. This one swung on, lifted foul, third base dugout and over the top of it. Count now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's ball 3 up top. Tate Sperling came in with 3 batters into the game in the first inning. He's working here in the second as this ball is fouled back. Shotwell stays alive. We've got a full count again. Pitch numbers for Sperling up to 32 now. We'll throw over to third again. Maybe the most disruptive team we've seen so far is Florida. We've got a handful of guys who not only get on base and are fast, but are a bit aggravating for pitchers when they're on base. Swung on Shotwell's grounder towards second. This one gloved by Venable. He'll throw out Shotwell to end the inning. But Virginia picks up 2 more runs to take a 6-0 lead. They do that courtesy of 2 hits. There were 2 errors and 1 man left on base. Hydration break time comes at the bottom of the second inning. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 5 minutes with action here at the 2024 DYB World Series.
hydration break is over. We may now resume play.
Call him in, kids, call him in.
Leading off will be Tate Venable.
All right, welcome back as we jump into the top of the third inning. Virginia with a 6-0 lead. As Cam Brooks goes back to work, he'll face 9, 10, and 11 in the Arkansas lineup. Tate Venable will lead things off. Hayes Jester to follow, and then it's Judd Hickmott. This one into the glove for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. A count now on Tate Venable, the second baseman for Arkansas. Apparently in our neighboring field, they are making quick work of their game into the 4th inning already, with Texas leading Tennessee 2-0. Winner of this gets the winner of that tomorrow morning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And there's strike 3. That's the 5th strikeout for Cam Brooks. And there's one away here in the top of the 3rd inning.
Now batting, Hayes Jester.
It's Jester to the plate now. Brooks just threw his 32nd pitch. Virginia would like to get him at least through this inning. There's strike 1. Hand the ball off to somebody else for the 4th inning. Pitch a swinging strike to Jester. There's no balls and 2 strikes now. Virginia's just checking in here to make sure the pitch counts right, so they're monitoring this closely. There's strike 3 looking. Second out of the inning. 6th strikeout now for Cam Brooks, with 35 pitches in the books now for Brooks. You kind of figure he's got these 5 to play with to try to retire the number 11 hitter, Judd Hickmott. This one lifted foul behind home plate, not a play. No balls and 1 strike. Brooks has given up no runs through 2 2/3 innings. He's given up 2 hits. Those both came in the 2nd. Hasn't walked anyone. 1 wild pitch. There's now an 0-2 count on Hickmott. And at the moment, he's got 6 strikeouts. Jester was the first one to strike out looking. All the others were swinging. Here's the 0-2. Just a little low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 pitches left for Cam Brooks before he's reached that 40 plateau. Here's the 1-2. That one's not even close, and it's 2-2. Virginia's coach inching closer to the cage door of that dugout. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 3rd. And that's how the 3rd's going to end. The 40th pitch. is the third strikeout of this inning. He struck out the side in the first and in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors. He throws his 40th pitch and retires Judd Hickmott and Arkansas with no runs in inning number 3. Quick timeout. We'll come back for the bottom of the third when we return here to the DYB 2024 World Series. Wholesale changes for Arkansas defensively as we come back for the bottom of the third inning. They'll have Collier Guess moving to the catcher spot. He'll play behind the plate. Lincoln Nelson, who was the catcher, goes to shortstop. Looks like Memphis Flow staying over at third base. Tate Venable maybe moving over to first. And let's see, we're missing one fielder, second baseman. I think Hickmott may be staying in the game. He is to play second base. Wells Jones is in left field. Hayes Jester's in right. So, bunch of changes here in the third. Virginia's got Graham Hall leading things off there, number 3 hitter with a 6-0 lead. And first pitch swinging as he pulls it foul. Hall walked and scored, or at least his spot scored. Jacob Allen and Macon Elliott to follow, the 3, 4, 5 hitters for Virginia. Scored 4 runs in the first, 2 more in the second. And that's a pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Arkansas, your pitcher's at 35 pitches.
Tate Sperling back on the mound, now with a 2-1 count. See if, again, this is an elimination game. If you're Arkansas trailing 6-0, you don't worry about pitch numbers. You worry about trying to stay alive in this game. This one fouled off the home plate umpire's left shoulder. Count now 2 balls, 2 strikes. This one ground ball, a lot of spin on it toward Nelson. It's short, scoops it, and his throw, nope, not in time. Pulled the first baseman, Venable off the bag. And that'll be the 4th Arkansas error of the game. And allows Hall to get on for Jacob Allen. We'll have a runner. It looks like Shotwell's going to come up and run for Graham Hall so he can start getting the catcher's gear back on. Your shortstop Jacob Allen flew out to right field first time up. .39th pitch coming up for Tate Sperling. Outside, ball 1. First creeping low. Oh, he got caught. He was leaning the wrong way. Now Arkansas has got him in a rundown. Shotwell trying to decide which way to go. He's getting back towards second. And now shifts direction, heading the other direction. Runs by the catcher, diving back in, and he's safe. Arkansas went back and forth a couple times, running Wes Shotwell back and forth, and finally he recognized there was nobody covering first base, and he hightailed it back to the bag, and we'll do that again. But he was leaning. Sperling saw him and ultimately threw that direction. They caught him in a rundown, but couldn't actually apply the tag. So the count's still 1 ball, no strikes. Jacob Allen. Here's the pitch. And now Shotwell's going to take off and steal second base. And Allen now with a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. See if Arkansas is going to make any move or if they're going to let Sperling stay out there. Again, there is no tomorrow if you don't win, so you don't worry about it. Sperling's going to stay out. And pitches down low. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Jacob Allen. Making Elliott's on deck for Virginia. Runner at second base. Pitch misses wide, 3-1. Sperling's not been helped by errors in the field behind him. This one hit in the air to right again. Going back, yeah, fighting the sun, can't make the catch. Jester falls down. Run's gonna come around to score from second. That's Shotwell, and cruising into third is Jacob Allen. And it's 7-0 Virginia.
Now batting Mason Elliott.
Still nobody out in the inning. Elliott coming up now. That's called strike. First time up, Elliott reached on an error by the right fielder. Throw over to third, and Allen thought about it, but didn't get far enough away. We asked all the guys their favorite food. Elliott went standard baseball fare, hot dogs. I like a hot dog. I don't know if I'd call it my favorite food, though. And Arkansas's taking a timeout is, looks like that may be, yeah, I'll tell you what, I thought maybe Coach Sperling would make the pitching change, but I think right now he's just trying to get a little bit of life back in his defense. Kind of hangdog right now, trailing 7-0. We'll remind you, winner is moving on to play the early game tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. Texas and Tennessee will decide which one of them will face the winner of this game. That game was moving along quickly. We took our break, and it was already in the 4th inning. It's still in the 4th, though, 4-1. Texas with the lead over Tennessee. All right, conference over. We're back at action. Making Elliott with an 0-1 count. Swing and a miss. And now it's no balls and 2 strikes. Pitch high and inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to make an Elliott. J.J. Nelson is the on-deck hitter for Virginia. Nobody out. Bottom of the 3rd. These are 6-inning games unless we get to our run rule. This one lifted into center field as right center field bobbled out there, but then caught. Tagging up from third base to score is Jacob Allen to make it an 8-0 lead on making Elliott sacrifice fly.
Now batting J.J. Nelson.
LeMay caught the ball, then kind of juggled it a little bit, and if he was going to make a throw, that cost him that split second. There's 1 away now, bases empty. J.J. Nelson, who grounded out to third his first time up, steps to the plate. J.J. is a steak guy. You know, that I can do. Hot dogs for your favorite meal? Steak, yes. Pitch a little bit low, 2 balls, no strikes. Amazing how many kids like math, too. JJ is another one of those math kids. Likes Mrs. Blackstock, his math teacher, I'm assuming. This one swung on, grounder towards short. Scooped up, throw in time. Lincoln Nelson with the throw to retire J.J. Nelson. Guess you would call that a full Nelson.
Now batting Cam Saunders.
We've got 2 away. I got the side eye on that. Is that a little too dad jokish? Yeah, all right. Either way. 2 away. And here's Cam Saunders. First pitch called strike. Pitch up to another math kid. Saunders, I like math. And Mr. Drinkard, his math teacher, I'm assuming, his favorite teacher. And he likes steak. You can't ever criticize a guy that says steak. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Cam Saunders. Flew out to left field his first time up. This one hard shot but wide at third base. And it counts even 2 balls and 2 strikes. This may be the, let me ask, who do you want to give a shout out to? Cam Saunders says Larry Bird. All right, well, Larry Bird, if you happen to be watching DYB baseball, Cam says, hey. Pitch lifted in the infield. Third base calling for it, and will make the catch. That is Memphis Flo, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. But 2 more runs come across for Virginia in their half of the 3rd. There was 1 hit, 1 error, and no men left on base. 8-0 Virginia with the lead. We'll come back for the top of the 4th when we return to the 2024 DYB World Series.
Hitting off, number 24, Kalen LeMay.
Welcome back. Top of the 4th inning. Chuck Zach along with you live from Bossier City's Tinsley Sports Complex. It's the Division I 12 and under Ozone World Series. We started with 11 state champions and the host from Bossier City, Louisiana. By the time we end today, we're going to be knocking some teams out of here as 3 teams anyway will be done for the tournament today. One of the 2 teams on the field that we're watching is going to be going home. Kalen LeMay to lead things off. A new pitcher on the mound for Virginia, J.J. Nelson, who had been the 3rd baseman. Jacob Allen shifts over to 3rd base, and starting pitcher Cam Brooks goes to shortstop. Brooks went 3 innings, 40 pitches. This one fouled back. Gave up 2 hits, no walks, no runs, and 7 strikeouts. Dominant performance for him through the 3 innings of work that he did. Kalen LeMay to the plate for his first at bat. His favorite food is chicken fries. Pitch inside and high. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Kalen's favorite subject, math as well. Here's the pitch. This one's swing and a miss. And that's all for LeMay as he goes down on strikes. It's actually the 5th straight Razorback strikeout.
Now batting number 15, Lincoln Nelson.
Cam Brooks struck out the last 4 batters he faced. And now J.J. Nelson comes in and does the same. Back to the top of the order now. Swing and a miss by Lincoln Nelson. He was part of that first 3 that struck out in the first inning against Brooks. Nelson loves the cheeseburger as his food of choice. Swing and a miss. The count now, no balls and 2 strikes to Lincoln Nelson.
Coach, could you verify who's in left field?
So a little discussion between the Arkansas coach and Lincoln Nelson. Memphis Flo is on deck for Arkansas.
Coach, could you verify who's in left field?
No balls, 2 strikes. This one fouled back, and Nelson will do it again. J.J. Nelson on the mound, and Lincoln Nelson at the plate for Arkansas. No balls, 2 strikes. Another breaking ball got him swinging. Second out of the inning. Nelson now 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. And we're to Memphis Flo now. Flo struck out his first time up. Seems to be the common themes. 9 strikeouts now for Arkansas batters. Memphis Flo's favorite subject in school.
Now batting Memphis Flo.
PE. Well, we had one yesterday. It said none. Not like any. Yeah. First 2 pitches missed to Memphis Flo. Collier Guest is the on-deck hitter. This one hard hit. One bouncer to Brooks. He's got it and throws out Memphis Flo for a very quick 4th inning. Just 11 pitches from J.J. Nelson. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. Bottom of the 4th coming up. 8-0 Virginia with the lead here on the 2024 DYB World Series.
Now pitching Fletcher Gas.
All right, Arkansas making a change on the mound as Tate Sperling's afternoon has come to an end there. Fletcher Gas moving from the infield to the mound. For Sperling, it was 55 pitches over 3 innings. He didn't strike out anybody, did not walk anybody. He did give up three hits and 5 runs. Arkansas's got to try to hold the line here. We're now in the territory where a couple of runs for Virginia would make a 10-run rule and an early game. They're going to ask Fletcher Gas to try to keep things from getting out of control. He's going to face Christian Whitehead, Nathan Hill, and James Horn, the 8, 9, and 10 hitters in the Virginia lineup. Gas finishes his warm-ups. We'll get ready for the bottom of the fourth. And a reminder, if this game does not end because of a 10-run rule, we'll have our second hydration break of the game at the end of this half inning. Over on the neighboring field, Texas still with a 4-1 lead over Tennessee. That game in the fifth. All right, Christian Whitehead stepping up. He reached on an error by the shortstop and scored a run back in the second inning. Gass's first pitch is wide for ball one. Christian Whitehead also has math as his favorite subject and Mrs. Peer as his favorite teacher. If you want to really be his favorite, if you're another teacher, tacos. Buy him tacos. We got tacos here at the press box. We've got boudin stuff. I don't know about tacos, though. It's 2 balls and no strikes. There's Fletcher Gass, the right-hander, ready. Swing and a miss. Boy, Whitehead was looking for a long ball. Haven't seen a home run this afternoon so far. It's a pretty impressive shot yesterday. Ground ball, hard one, right towards coach, the third base coach, who probably should have thought better than that. Justin Saunders, the head coach over there, tried to do the hero play and bare hand that. That probably wasn't smart. That was hit pretty hard by Whitehead. I like the effort. Yeah, he's looking at his hand now. He looked down at his hand. Yeah, that wasn't smart. All right, this is lifted towards second base. That'll be Hickmott who grabs that for the first out of this fourth inning.
Now batting Nathan Hill.
Up comes Nathan Hill now. Hill singled and scored a run in the second. That was one of the first science lovers that we've seen. Miss Brockenberry is his favorite teacher. And his food of choice is chicken tenders. Ball inside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. By the way, Nathan's sister's back at home. He's giving you a shout out. Hard ground ball towards short. Scooped and thrown on the money by Lincoln Nelson for the second out of the inning. It brings us to James Horn. James' food of choice, crab legs. I haven't had crab legs in forever. First pitch called strike. Fletcher Gass trying to give the first shutout inning for an Arkansas pitcher. Gave up 4 runs in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third. There's 2 outs here in the fourth and nobody on base. James, young man, says his favorite teachers, Mrs. Ambrose and Mrs. Long. Sorry, Miss Ambrose, but math is his favorite. Ground ball. This is backhanded by Nelson. Long throw across. And that'll end the inning. Lincoln Nelson has a pretty good inning at shortstop. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We've come to the bottom of the fourth inning, which means our mandatory 5-minute hydration break. We'll take a timeout. We're going to come right back. Kids are going to get watered up. We'll maybe grab a hot dog in the interlude. Back for the 2024 DYB World Series.
We may now resume play.
All right, we're finished with hydration break number 2 and ready to go back to work. Top of the 5th inning, Arkansas with an 8-0 hole they got to climb out of. It'll be Collier Guest, Tate Sperling, and Fletcher Gass to bat for Arkansas here in the 5th. And there's a first pitch from Virginia's second pitcher, J.J. Nelson, in there for a called strike. Guest struck out his first time up. 2 in a row. I'll tell you what, J.J. Nelson, we saw him the first day in pool play, and I thought he was very impressive with a glove. And he's just one of those guys that's just a ball player. No balls and 2 strikes. How about 3 in a row as he strikes out Guest to open up the 5th inning? He came in relief after the 3rd. He has struck out 3 of the 4 batters he's faced. Here's Tate Sperling. Sperling grounded out to short his first time up. Arkansas with just 2 hits in this game so far. This one fouled, and that got the catcher. Yeah, that's every once in a while reminds you why you don't want to play catcher. Got that one off of, it looks like the area just above his knee. That foul ball shot down there and bruised that. So they're going to get him tended to. Arkansas batters have now struck out 10 times in the 13 outs they've made. Only 2 outs on the field. 2 ground balls to short and a fly ball to left field. Otherwise, it has been domination on the mound for the 2 Virginia pitchers. Started with Cam Brooks. He struck out 7. J.J. Nelson's come in, and he has fanned 3 of the first 4 batters he's faced. We're reminding you the winner of this gets Texas or Tennessee. Texas now with a 5-1 lead over on the neighboring field, so they're starting to get closer and closer toward advancing to tomorrow's second day of elimination play. We got 9 o'clock game tomorrow morning to lead things off. Tomorrow's kind of the busy day. It's 2 rounds worth of games starting at 9 o'clock and ending. I think the last game they've got scheduled is 6:15 tomorrow afternoon. So it's a long day tomorrow. Division 2 is even worse. It was an 8 o'clock start time after a 9 in the morning first game and 8 at night last game a week ago Saturday. But we've one less team here this time. They had 13 for the Division 2 with the 11 state champions, the host, and the runner-up from South Carolina got to play. Here it's just the 11 champions and team out of Bossier. And speaking of them, they're going to play in the second game over on Field 9. They've got an elimination game against the state champions from their own state. So somebody, Louisiana's going home after game number 2 today. still in a little bit of a, not necessarily injury timeout, but they're allowing Graham Hall, and I don't know if they're going to switch to somebody else or if they're just going to make sure that he's okay. I think they may be bringing in a new catcher. They are. So Graham Hall's going to take the rest of at least this inning off to shake off getting that foul ball right off the top of his leg. Let's see if we can figure out who's coming in for Virginia. We've got maybe Cam Saunders, who's going to catch now. So Saunders going in defensively from behind the plate. He comes in with a 0-1 count on Tate Sperling. We're back at action now. J.J. Nelson's ready, and here's the pitch. A little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fletcher Gass, the on-deck hitter for Arkansas. This one lifted into the air, and that's going to be a base hit. Sperling gets Arkansas's 3rd hit of the afternoon. Now it's Fletcher Gass's turn. He's one of the last 2 or 3 kids. Both Collier, Guess, and Fletcher have said they like their social studies teacher. There you go. Social studies teachers need more credit. This is Deloach. That's Fletcher Gass up now. He flew out to left his first time up. Swing and a miss. Taking a big cut that time. Gass started the game at first. He's moved to the mound for Arkansas since. No balls and 1 strike. J.J. Nelson. There's strike 2. Nelson's got deceptive stuff. These Arkansas batters are swinging away like they got it in their sights and they're going to crush it. And that ball seems to just keep moving or dropping out of the zone. Here's the 0-2 pitch. He starts this one a little higher. Ground ball to 3rd. They'll get the force out at 2nd. The relay in time. How about a 5-4-3 double play? And Arkansas is shut down here in the 5th. Good defense by Virginia. So Jacob Allen starts that double play, and that retires the side. There were no runs, 1 hit, and nobody left on base. Bottom of the 5th coming up. 8-0 Virginia with the lead here on the 2024 DYB World Series. All right, welcome back. Bottom of the 5th inning. A couple of more defensive changes. Collinger Guess going to right field to play for Arkansas. Behind the plate is the last pitcher, Tate Sperling. And Nolan Riggins back in the game in left field. Of course, the normal baseball you're going to see, you won't have nearly this many changes. Everybody's got to get 2 innings on the field. Everybody's going to hit. And so sometimes it's a bit confusing as they move guys around to all get the number of innings they all have to have. But we've got them all now. We're going to the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be the number 11, 1, and 2 hitters for Virginia. Connor Long to lead things off against Fletcher Gass. First time up for Connor. He singled and got thrown out at second base. Long's a math guy. His favorite teacher's his mom, Mrs. Long. And his favorite food's chicken. No tenders, just the whole bird. Just hand him a chicken. Pitch high. And the count's 1 ball, 1 strike to Connor Long. Virginia with the 8-0 lead. They picked up 4 first-inning runs, 2 second-inning runs, 2 third-inning runs. And we're finally shut down in order in the 4th inning by the man on the mound, Fletcher Gass. That one hit him. He grimaces. You saw that grimace for the camera. That one came right in on him, and Connor Long leads things off on first base, getting hit by a pitch. So we're back to the top of the order in Cam Brooks. He's doubled and reached on an error. Of course, he started the game on the mound where he was outstanding. 3 innings, gave up 2 singles, struck out 7, and has started this shutout. Cam's a tacos guy who also likes math. Math must be the rage all of a sudden. Everybody's loving math. I wasn't a big math fan back in the day. Runner off and going. There's Connor Long. Ball juggled just a little bit by the catcher, and that allowed Connor Long to steal second base. Sperling just bobbled that ball a little bit, trying to move it from his glove to his throwing hand, and gave Long that split second to get there. Pitch was high, ball 1. The runner in scoring position now for Virginia as Brooks gets underneath this one, lifts it foul, and that's going to be caught by Tate Venable in foul territory as they retire the leadoff man for Virginia. And there's 1 away here in the inning. Wes Shotwell up now. Shotwell apparently has the same math teacher as Connor Long. Liz Long, his math teacher. Favorite teacher.
I'm batting Wes Shotwell.
Another crab leg. These Virginia guys, crab leg guys. Getting that Maryland crab. Here's the pitch, down low and away. It's ball 1. You didn't see anybody from, Arkansas say crab legs. They're just not getting them. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch low inside, and off goes the runner as Long goes jogging down to third base. So he's 70 feet away. The count's 2 balls, no strikes on Wes Shotwell. Graham Hall scheduled to be the on-deck hitter. I don't know. He got banged up behind the plate. We'll see if that's him. I think it is because he's left-hander. That looks like him. This one lifted toward left, slicing away from the left fielder. That's going to be a fair ball. Long's going to come in to score to make it 9-0. Shotwell stops at second base with a double. And a run batted in for Wes Shotwell. There's Graham Hall. So it's good to see that he's moving around okay after he took that foul ball up above the knee behind the plate last half inning. 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch on the way to Hall. That's outside, ball 1. Hall can end this game. He can drive in Shotwell and make it a 10-run early ending. Here's the pitch. Outside ball 2. Jacob Allen's waiting on deck. Hall has walked and reached on an error, and his spot has scored twice. Fletcher Gass trying to keep Arkansas alive. Give him a chance to come back in the 6th. That's a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Graham Hall. That's strike 2. Caught the outside part of the plate. Gass taking a long look over at second. Comes to the plate. Ground ball foul, first base side. This inning started with Connor Long getting hit by a pitch. He stole second. Cam Brooks fouled out for the first out of the inning, and Wes Shotwell hit a ball that just kept moving away from the left fielder. Dropped in there for a base hit. Nolan Riggins couldn't catch up to it. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fletcher Gass coming to the plate. This one, a little blooper in the infield. All kinds of spin. Everybody's going to be safe. You kind of saw it coming off the bat. It had a lot of side spin on it. And it didn't go very far, but it gets you a base hit. And now runners are at the corners. And Jacob Allen's coming up. And I don't know if they're going to let Allen be run for. He was not the last catcher out there. And so he's staying out. Cam Saunders was the last guy behind the plate. Allen had been, or Hall rather, had been behind the plate to start this game, but after he took that ball off his leg, he replaced him. And off he's going to run right away, and they're going to try to draw a throw. They do, but they don't send the runner from third. And Hall ended up safe at second. I'm not sure how that happened. It looked like he was going to be tagged out for certain, but he's at second base now. And this ball fouls off the umpire's mask for strike 1. It's no balls and 1 strike to Jacob Allen. Here's the pitch. This one inside, and that got him. Bases are loaded. It's a second hit batter in the inning for Fletcher Gass. And now there's no place to put Macon Elliott. Elliott reaches base. We're going to end this game. 9-0. Virginia with the lead. 1 away. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss. One's down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Virginia's got Shotwell over at third, Hall at second, and Allen at first. And now with 28 pitches, looks like we're going to have a little discussion on the mound. Arkansas's coach coming out and see if he's going to make a change here with a count of a ball and a strike. And I don't know, he's doing a lot of counting around the infield, almost like duck, duck, goose. Nobody's moved yet, though. I guess it wouldn't be duck, duck, goose. It would be hog, hog, hog. All right, no changes. Now we'll try again. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fletcher Gass Needs a strikeout or a double play ball. Infield's in for Arkansas. They're going to try to make a force at home plate. If they can get that, that would work as well. Pitch down low, 2 balls. Excuse me, 1 ball, 1 strike. That one low. Runners don't advance. Now it's 3-1. They got to throw strikes now, Fletcher Gas. 3 balls and 1 strike. And that pitch is inside, ball 4, and Virginia is going to walk off with a 10-0 win as Macon Elliott goes down to first base, and coming in to score the 10th run is Jacob Allen, and that will do it. Virginia with a 10-0 win to advance to tomorrow's 9 o'clock matchup with Texas in the second of the elimination games. Arkansas season will come to an end as they fall to Virginia here today. Cam Brooks got them started off with the 3 innings of shutout ball, and J.J. Nelson came in behind him and threw 2 more perfect innings without giving up any runs. And as a result, season's going to be done for the young men from Magnolia, Arkansas. For Halifax, Virginia, they advance to day number 3. All right, that's going to wrap us up. 10-0 the score. We'll get you ready for game number 2 coming up in just a little bit. That will be the matchup between Georgia and South Carolina. We'll do that one in about a half hour. You've been watching the 2024 DYB World Series.